Okay, so we're going to learn some of the basics with Dreamweaver, and one of the most basic things that you need to know is how to actually make the site. Now, it's very simple to start off with. We just go to File and New, as you would do in any program, and the options that are selected by default are the ones that we are going to use while we're learning, and that is HTML, which is the basic web format. So I can just press create here and it will give me a white screen. Now the first time you do this, your screen will come up looking like this. And this is no good for us because we're not coding our website using code. We're going to use the sort of Dreamweaver learning process. And I can't click in here at the moment and do anything. So I need to change a couple of settings. And to do that, I just go up to the top here, and you will use this area a little bit as you're making your website. But I'm going to change where it says live. I'm going to click on this little arrow and change it to design. And now you can see I've got a little cursor up here and I can actually click inside of that box. And then to get rid of this box at the bottom, I just click on the word design afterwards and it would disappear and just leave me with this blank page. Now the first thing we need to do while we're setting up our website is to set up a set of folders so that once we start adding things to the website can find those items really easily. If you have pictures and things dotted all over the place, the chances are your website's going to lose those images at some point and your website will stop working. So I'm going to create a few folders in here. So you can see I've created a Dreamweaver folder already in my documents. I'm going to create another folder inside here just by clicking this yellow box up here, and I'm going to call this one images. Now, inside of images, I'm going to put all of the different images that I'm going to use within my website. I'm also going to use some videos in my website, so I'm going to create another folder and I'm going to call it videos. And then I'm going to do one last folder and I'm going to call it non-web. And in here is going to be all of the things that I create for my website, but aren't necessarily going to go into the website itself. So for example, I'm going to create a banner to go on my website and some buttons to go on my website. And I'll do that in Photoshop. So the Photoshop documents will go into the non-web folder, but the images that I make as a result of the Photoshop documents will go in the images folder. The pages that I save are going to go into this folder here. So I'm not going to make a new folder for my pages. The pages are going to go into the Dreamweaver folder. Everything else is going to go into these three here. Now, once you've done that, you've created your folder structure, you need to do something called defining your site. And that is telling Adobe Dreamweaver where your site is, where it needs to look for all of those folders that you've just set up. And to do that, I just click this Manage Sites button at the top right. A blank window should come up, and in here we're going to create a new site. Now, there's lots of options that come up in this window that's just appeared. We are only going to worry about these two little bits here. So to start off, I'm going to name my site. So if you've had to think about this, I'm going to create a website about superheroes. So I'm going to call my website Superheroes. But give your site a proper name, and that just makes it easier to identify as you make more and more websites. And then where it says local site folder, this is where you need to click the browse button and you need to select your Dreamweaver folder. So your folder that is going to contain, so remember I said I was going to put my pages in here,